Hello, welcome back to 11 Tools in 7 Videos, your compass to your true north. Today's session is all about developing a practice of stillness. If your days are anything like ours, they might be packed with meetings, deadlines, and an endless to-do list. I remember a time when I felt so caught up in the hustle that I couldn't hear myself think. But then, I embraced the power of stillness, a simple practice that gave me clarity and reconnected me to my intuition. Stillness isn't just about sitting quietly. It's about creating a sacred pause in your day to tune in to what really matters. Let's explore how this practice can help you reconnect with your higher self. Think of stillness as your soul's reset button. It's an intentional moment where you step away from distractions to reconnect with your true self. I'll share a quick story. I used to have some road rage, mostly when driving in the cities. One day, someone cut me off. My usual reaction would have been to honk, yell, and engage with a middle finger. But because I'd been practicing stillness, I took a breath. In that moment of pause, I recognized the anger rising within me. Instead of reacting, I acknowledged the feeling and chose to respond differently. I simply let it go. It sounds small, but it was a huge shift. I arrived at my destination calmer and without that lingering negativity. This showed me the power of stillness in managing my emotions. That's what stillness does. It opens the space for clarity and helps you hear the guidance that's always been there, waiting for you to listen. Let's discuss how you can start building this practice into your daily life. First, set aside 5 to 10 minutes each day. This doesn't have to be elaborate. I started by sitting on the edge of my bed each morning before checking my phone. Those few minutes became a grounding ritual that shaped my entire day. Next, choose your method. You might try focusing on your breath, letting each inhale and exhale ground you. Or, you could simply sit quietly and observe the world around you. For me, sitting by a window and noticing the trees outside helped me feel connected to something bigger. And finally, ask yourself a question. Once you're settled, gently ask, what is life inviting me to notice or shift today? I remember asking this question during a particularly stressful week, and the answer came so clearly. Simplify. That one word guided me to delegate tasks and focus on what truly mattered. Stillness is also a powerful way to deepen your connection with your intuition, especially in a world full of external demands and opinions. Here's how you can build trust in your inner voice. First, meditate daily. I always assumed meditation had to be perfect, complete silence, no distractions, a full 30 minutes or hour, but that's not true. Some of my most impactful meditations have been during moments of chaos, like sitting in my parked car for 5 minutes after a busy day, or sitting at my desk between meetings and just taking 5 minutes to practice my breathing. The key is showing up consistently, even if it's not perfect. Next, practice listening to your gut feelings. I'll share another quick example. I was once offered an interesting opportunity that looked and sounded amazing, but something in my gut felt off. I took a moment of stillness, tuned in, and realized it didn't align with my values. Saying no was hard, but it freed me to pursue something that felt much more authentic. Every time you listen to and act on these intuitive nudges, you strengthen the trust you have in yourself, and that trust becomes your compass. Developing a practice of stillness isn't just about finding calm, it's about creating a space where clarity, intuition, and alignment can thrive. When you give yourself permission to pause, you start to notice the subtle magic in your life, synchronicities, ideas that come out of nowhere, or the way solutions naturally unfold when you're not forcing them. Stillness is where your inner wisdom speaks and your higher self comes into view. If you're new to stillness, start small. Even just a few minutes a day can make a big difference. And remember, it's not about doing it perfectly. It's about creating space for yourself, however and wherever you can. Thank you for being here and for taking this journey. In our next session, we'll explore even more ways to connect with your true north and live with intention. Until then, we invite you to take a moment of stillness today. Sit, breathe, and listen. You might be surprised by what you discover.